welcome back to Coffee Cafe. This is where we last left off. We just delivered our coffee to Katie. We updated the inventory, so now we have this where we're going to purchase from restaurant supplies some more cups. Okay? So how do I journalize this transaction? What did I buy?
Medium and large cups.
We bought some medium and some large cups. Okay, let's see what account number those are. 11,760 and 11,765. Okay, so medium coffee cups and large coffee cups. Okay, and how did I pay for it?
Visa credit card.
Visa. Okay, so alright. So how much of the medium cups did I buy? How much did it cost me? 100, okay? Now, what do I do with the tax?
You split it in half.
Not in half.
Well, however much each tax is.
Good. So in this case, what is 100 times 8.25%? What it? 825. That means it's going to be 100, 108.25. Okay. Now, since I already know that much, then all I have to do is just figure out what's the other side, right? Because my total is 270.63, right? Minus 108.25. It should be 162.38. I don't have to go through another multiplying the tax, because in this case, I know if I figured out one of them, I can just go ahead and be able to calculate the rest. Okay, so 270.63. Okay. You have all the information that you need to fill the description. Where did I buy these cups from?
The sales receipt and from restaurant supplies.
Good. Oh, sales receipt. So sales receipt number 005942. And then you can also make a note that you bought 4,000 cups. Okay, good. We reached the bottom of my journal here for journal number 7. So this right here, obviously you won't be able to squeeze any other transaction here, so we don't need to draw a line. But the next transaction we're going to be doing on the next page. So now that I finished my journal, what's next? So I finished my journal. What comes after the journal? I need to update my ledger accounts, right? Because I just spent more money on my credit card. Okay, so I got to go to my ledger. I just purchased some coffee cups, so I have to update my coffee cups. We purchased 2,000 cups, right? They're still priced the same at 0.5 cents each, which equaled $100 plus 8.25% tax, which gave you $8.25. So therefore, on page 7, I need to add 108.25 to my total medium coffee cups. So in this case, what is my ending balance in my medium coffee cups?
$162.37.
162.37. Good. And then I need to also update my large cups because I too also bought more. I bought 2,000 cups at 0.075 cents each, which gave me a total of 150, right? Plus 8.25% tax, which gave me a total of $12.38. $162.38. Okay. So now I need to update my account balance. So what's my ending balance in my large coffee cups? What is my ending balance in my large coffee cups? $243.57. And then now I need to go to my credit card and update my liabilities because now I owe more money on my credit card. We purchased 4,000 coffee cups. For a grand total of $270.63. So what should be my ending balance on my credit card? After charging additional set $270.63, how much is my credit card? Three plus four is 7. 4 plus 6 is 0. So 0, 7. 3, 0. 1,000. Oh no, not 90307. Right, 6, 8 plus carry the 1 over 9. Okay, 90307 is what I owe on my credit card. What comes after my credit? What comes after my general ledger? Who did I buy from?
Restaurant supplies.
We bought from restaurant supplies. So where do I need to go to enter this information?
Subsidiary.
Subsidiary ledger. Good. Right? For any reasons that I need to return the coffee cups, I have to be able to do that. Okay? So here, subsidiary. Oh, no. Vendors. You purchase from restaurant supplies. Purchased 2,000 medium cups at 0.5 cents each, plus 8.25% tax, give you a grand total of 108.25, plus 2,000 large cups at 0.75 cents each, plus 8.25% tax, right, gave me a total of 162.38. Right? So in case you do end up returning either or, this is how much each one is. Okay? Receipt number 0056 5942. Still on the very bottom of page 7, you paid in store. Right? I gotta add this note here that I use my Visa credit card to pay for it. Okay, so because I paid for it with my Visa credit card, that means I owe nothing to restaurant supplies except for other things, right? Okay. Now it says pay Silver State Electrical using a check number. So, how do I pay Silver State Electrical using a check number? How do I pay Silver State Electrical? How do I know how much I owe Silver State Electrical? Well, just like how I found restaurant supplies, I have to use my subsidiary ledger to look up what information I can get out. So in this case here, Sergeant Insurance, Silver State Electrical, right? I received a bill on the 15th, bill or invoice number 3,351, and I have 4 days to pay it, which is the 19th of June, so I have to pay today for $1,070. Okay, so I have to pay $1,070. Okay. Now in this case, it says I have to pay $1,070, right? What account do I need to use in order to pay it, right? Because I received a bill. So that means I was already aware that I owe 1070, right? Hence, accounts payables right here. So in this case, accounts payable is what I need to use. Because I recorded that I owed it. All right, and then I need to pay, right? I said to pay using your checking account, right? I have to write a check. Okay. So I gotta go write my check first. for 1070. And who am I making the payment to? Silver State Electrical. Why I'm making a payment for electrical work or electrical job. Okay, so 1070 is what I am going to be putting in here. So I just paid 1070. So I made a payment to Silver State Electrical. I paid the invoice number 3,351, right? And I used check number 1519 to pay for this, right? Okay. So now where do I need to go? Now that I finished my journal, where do I need to go next?
Ledger.
You got to go to the ledger, right? We got to update our accounts because I just spent money from my checking account. I definitely need to see how much I owe there or how much I have left in my checking account, right? And this one, I just decreased the amount that I owe by 1,070. So in this case, we just paid invoice number 3351, payment, check number 1519. We're on the 8th page now, and we decreased our liabilities by 1070. So then, how much do I owe now? How much do I owe to my accounts payable? How much is my ending balance in my accounts payable account? If I started out with 17,157.99 and I just decreased my account by 1070, how much should I have left? $16.87. $16.87.99. And now I need to go to my checking account because I need to update how much money I have left in my account. I wrote check number 1519, General Journal, page 8, and I just spent more money. So I just spent 1070. So that means how much money should I have left in my bank account? I only have $458 in my bank account. Not looking too good here. Okay, and now I have to go ahead and update my subsidiary ledger because I just paid what I owed to Silver State Electrical on the 19th when it was supposed to be due. Check number 1519. Invoice number 3351. Okay, General Journal, page 8. Nothing for the terms. And I made a payment for 1070. So if you did your formula correctly and you dragged it down, it should tell you a negative 1070, which at the bottom of the gray should say you owe $0. Okay? Next transaction. It is now June 19, Wednesday. Albert submits another order for Super A Market, and this is what they want. They wanted 50 pounds of Supreme regular coffee, 45 pounds of Supreme coffee, 25 coffee mugs, and let's see. We're going to charge of shipping. When is it due? When is the date going to be delivered? June 21st. Okay. We're going to deliver to their store. So the estimated amount due is going to be $498.80. Okay. So here I'm gonna go ahead and since this is just a sales order, right? We're not gonna complete it until June 21st. Then I'm gonna put it in my subsidiary ledger where my sales orders go. Okay, this is my sales order number 103. Right, sales order number 103. 50 pounds of regular, 45 pounds of Supreme, and 25 cups. So today's the 19th. Sales order number 103 to who? Super A Market. Okay. What did they order from me? Right. They ordered everything on this list except they put in 50 pounds, 45 pounds, and 25 cups. And we have to charge some delivery. So in this case, this is the amounts. $498.80. Okay. now I have my grand opening sales. Okay? This is what happens today on June 19. This is what I sold. I sold 86 medium regular cups. I sold 90 large regular coffee. I sold 90 medium supreme coffees and 87 large supreme coffees, and I sold 10 coffee mugs. Here's my tax. I also had a sales discount. Okay. So now it says here I should deposit all the money into the bank. Okay? And we will. So in this case, we have done this transaction before right here. We got checking, sales discount, sales, and then sales tax payable. Okay, so I can copy all of this right here, and I can paste them right here for June 19. So, checking, how much should I have? $898.80. Okay. Discount is $207.57. Sales for the medium coffee is $171.14. Large regular is $269.10. Medium supreme $224.10. Large supreme $303.63, and the coffee mugs I sold $69.90, and the tax is $68.50. So rule of thumb here is I need to double check that my debits match my credits. Okay. Okay, so I should have a total of 1106.37 on the left, 1106.37 on the right. So good. No typo there. Okay. So now I need to go ahead and go to my ledger because I just had a sale. Now, before I do that, I want to deposit my money first and then go ahead and update my ledger so I don't forget, right? Because the checking, right, the money would not go in there unless you made the deposit. So I'm going to do my deposit first, okay? Because here I received in-store sales money, okay, for $898.80. Okay. So today, right, I deposit at the end of every day. Okay. This is deposit slip 4. I have to combine the check that I received from Katie, okay, plus the sales, right, because I have one check and I have cash. So I have to combine the two to get a grand total of $1,008.33 that I deposited at the end of the day. Okay. So then after that, now I'm going to go ahead and update my ledger because now I officially have the cash in my checking account. Okay, so here we are. Checking is the first thing that we left off on. We just had some in-store sales. General Journal 8, which increased our bank account by $898.80. So that means my checking account, I just deposited $800 more. I am now up in the positives at $1356.96. Okay. And then let's see what's next. My sales discount. Sales discount. Here we are. It's the 19 for General Journal, page 8. Sales discount was for $207.57. So what's my balance here? It is $566.28. Now I have to go through all the sales for all the coffees. So starting with the medium regular coffee, I sold 86 cups. General Journal, page 8. Okay. And I sold it for $171.14. And that should give me my account balance to be $489.54. Next I have is my large regular coffee. I sold 90 cups. For a grand total of $269.10, which gave me a total account balance of $714.61. Next I have is my medium supreme coffee. I sold 90 cups for a total of $224.10. Okay, which gave me an account balance of $632.46. Okay. And then, of course, I have my large supreme cups. I sold 87. For a total of $303.63. 303.63. Okay. Which should give me an account balance of $882.97. Okay. I sold some ceramic coffee mugs, so I have to go back up to the top. Here we go, ceramic coffee mugs. I sold 10 for a total of $69.90. So that should give me my account balance of $211.64. Last but not least, I have to update my sales tax because I just collected more money for the government. Here we go, sales tax. In-store sales. For a total of $68.50. Okay. So that should give me my account balance that I owe the government a total of $186.87. Okay. All right, so question to you guys, right? What happens to all of the cups that I used to sell the coffee? Okay, how come we're not calculating it there? Well, in this case, I'm going to tell you this, okay? If you take a look at your chart of accounts, under the cost of goods sold section, okay, you have a section called cost of materials, right? Cost of materials, so we will actually end up calculating all of each and every cup. That's why under my sales, I listed out the number of cups that I sold, because at the end of the month, right, I'm going to use this as an adjustment entry to update how many cups I actually have available on hand in my account. Because business supplies, right, in this kind of sense, we're making our purchases of cups because we know for a fact that we're running low. But in this case, right, we don't actually update it until the very end of our at the end of the accounting period, because they're business supplies. They're not part of inventory. So in this case, how do we keep a good track record of it? I mean, whoever's making the coffee cups is gonna know, right? Because they're going to be going into their cabinets and pulling out all the cups. And if they're saying, "Oh, we're about to run low," then someone has to go and purchase them, right? So it makes sense. In this case, you don't necessarily need to keep a good track record of all those cups, because you're going to be able to see them right there that you're running low on those coffee cups. Okay. Now, of course, we are assuming that these are going to be adjustment entry, right? We're going to call it cost of materials. So at the very end of the accounting period, we will calculate how many cups we have used, and so it's same thing with all the coffee and all the creamer, right? So with that being said, right, we don't need to worry about the cost of the coffee cups just yet. We can hold that off until the end of the accounting period, right? So after making my sales, right, I updated my ledger. Now I have to adjust my inventory because I end up using my perpetual inventory. So in this case, it has told me that for the in-store use, we end up using 16 and a half pounds of regular coffee, and we end up using 16 and a half pounds of Supreme coffee. So both of them, we used 16 and a half pounds. Okay? So now we got to go to our inventory worksheet to figure out how to calculate our cost of goods sold. So we go to my regular coffee. We sold 16 and a half pounds, or used 16 and a half pounds. Okay. This is moving average. So right now, my current average cost per item is this 1.6038. Okay. When I calculate it, I get a total of $26.55. So I need to update my inventory because I no longer have 210 anymore, right? I just used 16 and a half pounds. So that means I have 193 and a half pounds left, right? And I'm going to take my 33797 and I'm going to subtract what I sold, which is the 26.55, to get a grand total of 311 and 42 cents, right? So with that, now my average cost has increased by 3/1000th of a penny, right? It went from 0938 to 0941. So it increased by 3,000th of a penny. It's 30,000th of a penny. Okay. So that means every time I calculate my cost per item, right, I'm only going to be either adding an extra penny somewhere or rounding it off, up in the cost of goods sold. Okay. So I know that I sold $26.55 and I should have $311.42 left remaining in my regular coffee account. So Supreme Coffee, we use 16 and a half pounds, okay? Since we're using LIFO, which batch am I going to be using from? In this case, right, is the first batch that I purchased. So I have my first batch at 84 and my second batch at 125. So I'm going to be using this batch, which is going to cost me $1.80. Okay, so 16 and a half times $1.80 is going to give me $29.70. So I need to subtract that out, $29.70. So 84 minus 16 and a half pounds is going to give me 67 and a half pounds, which should give you a total of 121.50. How do I know that is correct? Well, let's see. 151.20 is what we started out with. We just sold 29.70. So I should have 121.50, which is correct. Okay. So that means after using my Supreme Coffee, I now have 192 and a half pounds left remaining at a grand total of $350 even. Okay? And I used up $29.70 of the Supreme Coffee and $26.55 of the regular coffee. 26.55, 29.70. Okay. And again, in-store use. So now that I finished my inventory, right, I now need to update my ledger to reflect the amount so I can double check with my inventory worksheet. Okay. So first off, I got a cost of goods sold. I end up using 16 and a half pounds, which cost me $26.55. So that should give me a grand total balance of $90.83. Okay. I also end up using 16 and a half pounds of Supreme Coffee, which gave me $29.70, giving me an account balance of $103.50. Right? So now I need to update my coffee accounts so it reflects what I have in my inventory worksheet. Okay, so inventory, here you go, regular coffee. I end up using 16 and a half pounds, which cost me $26.55. So I should have $311.42. Okay, and does that match my inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. $311.42. I'm updating my Supreme Coffee because I end up using 16 and a half pounds. Okay, which cost me $29.70, and that should give me $350 left in my Supreme account. And is that correct? Yes, I should have $350 left. Right? All right, so I updated my journal, I updated my ledger. No need for subsidiary ledger, right? This is an internal transaction. Okay, you're dealing with the books only, not people, right? Because in this case, we sold to random strangers, right? We don't know who they are, right? There could be customers that walk by, customers that could come back. We don't know yet. We don't know who they are. All we know is we sold to them. So in this case, we don't need to keep a good track record of our customers, right? We only need to keep a good track record of our sales. Right? Okay. So now it is the next day, right? It is now June 20th and it's Thursday. And first thing that we did in the morning was deliver to the corner bookstore. Okay. So here we delivered to the corner bookstore, invoice number 102. All right. So this is what we gave him, 50% COD net 5, right? The corner bookstore purchased 10 pounds of regular coffee, 10 pounds of Supreme coffee, and 5 coffee mugs. All right, so we charged them $30 for delivery, right? They paid us the 50% COD, so $63.88. So that means they owe me $63.87. And here you go. We received check number 784 from the corner bookstore for $63.88. Okay? So there's many things I can start or do first. But I'm gonna go ahead and just receive the check first. So in this case, corner bookstore invoice number 102. We just received a check for $63.88. Okay. We're not going to deposit it yet because we're going to wait till the end of the day to do it. Okay. So let's go ahead and understand this transaction here. We sold. Okay. We also received some money, right? We received their payment. So that should reduce what they owe. Okay. We sold to them regular coffee, Supreme coffee, and ceramic coffee mugs. And we charged them a delivery charge. Okay? So in this case, this is a transaction that we have already done, which is right here for Katie's Coffee Corner. It's identical, right? We got the checking. So we received the check, right? We also know that the coffee bookstore, right, corner bookstore owes us money for selling them regular coffee, Supreme coffee, and coffee mugs, and we charge them the delivery fee. So in this case, this is a perfect transaction. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this as well too. Okay. Now, all I have to really do here is just make changes to this description because this time we sold to the corner bookstore. Invoice number 102, 50% COD. And we received their check number 784. Okay. Oh, we also have to make a note here that it's 50% COD, net 5. So that means the bill is due in 5 days. You can also change down here as well because we sold to the corner bookstore. Okay, and it was for invoice number 102. Okay. So there you go. Now I fixed my journals. Now I can actually enter in my journal. So in this case, I received a check for $63.88. They owe me $63.87. I sold to them regular coffee for $32.90. And I sold Supreme coffee for $39.90. And the ceramic coffee mugs, $24.95, plus the $30 delivery fee. So I have $127.75 on the left, $127.75 on the right. So no typo. So let's go ahead and plug in all those numbers because now I sold something and I also received some money, as well as I have to keep track of the person because now they owe me money. Okay. So starting from my assets, checking is the very first thing here. Okay. 620, right? What did we do? We received payment check number 784. Still on page 8. So I should have increased my checking account by $63.88. Okay? Which will only increase your checking account by up to $14.20.84. Okay? I also have to update that I have another account balance due to me. Okay? For invoice number 102. Do I need to write who owes me? No. But by looking up the invoice, I can automatically tell who owes me the money. Okay? Now they owe me $63.87. So which it isn't too bad. Okay, so that means in grand total, I have 2 customers that owe me a total of $173.39. Okay. Let's see. For the regular coffee, I sold 10 pounds, right? For a total of $32.99. $32.90, I meant. So that means I sold a total of $82.25. My Supreme coffee, I must have sold 10 pounds as well. Journal 8. And I sold it for $39.90. Which, in grand total, I sold $79.80 worth of my Supreme coffee. And the ceramic coffee mugs, I sold 5 of them. For a grand total of $24.95. So therefore, in grand total, I've sold so far $236.59 worth of coffee mugs. So in this case, if you take a look over here, 6 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5, you sold 31 cups already. Okay, so that's what I want you to use is this right here. Okay, and then you can also create your running balance here so you know at all times how many items you sold in grand total. Okay, all right, and then last but not least, I have delivery income. So 30 plus 30 gives you 60. Okay. Okay. So now that I did the journal, I updated the ledger. I had dealt with the customer, right? This customer owes me money. So I need to make a record for them to keep track of them owing me this money. So in this case, they are a customer, right? I have great restaurant here, Katie's Coffee Corner, Super A Market. Here they are, the corner bookstore. Okay. It's the 20th, right? What do you want to say? You could say delivered order, delivered order, I guess you could say delivered order number 102, received 50% COD, which was check number 784. Okay. Invoice number 102. Post reference. General Journal, page 8. Terms, we gave them 50% COD. And net 5. So that means they have 5 days to pay for this. So in this case, 5 days, right? Right now we sold it to the 20th. So 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25. It's due on the 25th of June. Now again, this isn't an advance payment. They didn't pay me beforehand. They paid me at time of delivery. So in this case, my original amount that I charged was $127.75. Okay? And I received a payment of $63.88. So therefore, if I run my formula, right, sales minus advance payments minus returns minus discounts minus payments, should tell me that I owe that the corner bookstore owes me $63.87, which is exactly written on the invoice. Okay? They owe me $63.87 on an account. Okay. Now, because of that, right, Albert has earned commissions. So we need to go to our sales order because he has delivered the coffee, or this order, right? So right here, order number 102, okay? We delivered it on the 20th, invoice number 102. Okay? So now that I've confirmed that I delivered it, right? I can now go ahead and calculate to him how much he has earned. So in this case, the corner bookstore, the customer name. It was invoice number 102 for a total of 127.75. Okay? Right? 127.75 was the total sales. Okay? So then I need to calculate what's 40% of that. Okay? So in this case, equal round this number times 0.04 comma 2. It's 40% of sales. So he has earned $51.10. So this one, I want you to create a running balance here as well. So we're going to add these two numbers to say at the end of the 20th, right? He has racked up a total of $138.72. Okay. All right, and that should be it, right? We updated the journal, we updated the ledger, we updated the customer's profile, we gave Albert his commissions, right? We deposited the money. So then now, what is left? Well, in this case, I need to update my inventory because I end up selling perpetual inventory. So I need to actually go to my inventory worksheet to calculate how much it cost me to sell these coffees. Okay? So starting with regular coffee, right? Today's the 20th. We sold 10 of the regular coffees at $1.6941. So in this case, it's going to give me 1609, right? Because the 4 is going to tell me not to round at all. It's going to leave it the way it is. Okay? So I just got rid of 1609. So in this case, 10 pounds, I have 183 and a half now. And I also need to calculate this minus the 16 and a half, the 1609. I should now have 295.33, right? And now look, it has also increased by another 20,000th of a penny. 10,000th of a penny. 2,000th of a penny. I was right. So, yeah. Okay. So I can go ahead and clear this out because I no longer need to see that because I have 183 and a half pounds left at 295.33. Okay, and I sold 16 and 9 cents. Okay. Supreme Coffee, right? I end up selling 10 pounds of the Supreme Coffee, which, looking at the first in, first out, the first batch I have is at $1.80. So that's going to give me $18. Okay? And of course, I need to update my inventory as well, okay? Because I no longer have 67 and a half. I have 57 and a half now, okay? So once again, 121.50 minus 18 should give you 103.50. So in this case, I should have a total of $332 left in my Supreme Coffee. So $18 and $16.09. And perfect, I reached the end of my page here. 1609 and 18. And I sold to the corner bookstore. Now here, you might not be able to add in a transaction here without making it look. You could tell that if you try to squeeze in a transaction, you're not going to have enough space, so no line necessary there. Okay. So let's update my ledger so it can match, so I can match my inventory worksheet to it. Okay. So, cost of goods sold. We sold 10 pounds for $16.09. Gave me a account balance of $106.92. And then we end up sold 10 pounds for $18, which will decrease my account by $121.50, or I'm sorry, we'll increase it to $121.50. Okay, and of course, I need to go ahead and update my inventory. Here's my regular coffee. I sold 10 pounds. So I should have $295.33 left. So let's go ahead and check that out. Does that match my inventory worksheet? $295.33. Yes, it does. Sold 10 pounds at $18. So that should give me $332, which, yes, this does match my inventory worksheet, or my inventory worksheet matches my ledger. Okay, and I'm gonna stop here for now. Okay, we deposited the money, we updated the journal, we did everything that we needed to do here. So that means I'm gonna stop here for a little break here, and then we'll continue on when we come back from the break. Okay, so right now